Hey everyone. I know it's been a long time, almost a year now. Reason being, I've been going through some things. My collection is kind of all over the place right now. I do have a small, rack and a spinning cabinet right here of stuff that I listen to all the time. So that's still out. Sometimes I switch it out. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been still subscribing, still watching all my videos, asking me if I'm okay, where I've been. So I figured I'd just do a collection update video real quick. I found all this stuff at a local CD shop for $2 each, and I figured I'd just show it. This is just a one-off. I don't know if I'm going to go back to these right away. But I did want to make this video, and again, thank you to everyone that has been watching so far. If you've watched for the first time, I do have a lot of videos up. Please hit that subscribe button. Gary of the Elysium is my name. We're to get right into it. Like I said, all the stuff I got recently was only $2 a piece. There's a good amount here. I'd say probably close to 30 CDs if I would just estimate. I got everything in like a little gig bag here. So we can get right into it. First up is Accept, Death Row. This is a 1994 album from Accept, like 94 or 95. I can't even remember exactly when. Glad to have this. This is a German pressing. I have their early stuff, all their early stuff. Don't really have anything from the 90s and the early 2000s. I do have their most recent albums without Udo. Another one by Accept, Objection Overruled. Sorry about the glare. Then I'm glad I finally found this in the wild. I've never really found this or saw this anywhere. I do have Dawn Patrol. I have the greatest hits, but I've never actually had Midnight Madness. I almost forgot the name, by Night Ranger. Of course, you got Jack Blades, Brad Ellis there. Brad Gillis, sorry. I don't know why I said Brad Ellis. Brad Gillis obviously played guitar on Ozzy's Speak of the Devil, that great live album with Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge on that great rhythm section. Next up is I have like an early mid 80s Motown collection of the Four Tops, and that's all I had by them for some reason, which is weird because they're one of my favorite Motown bands. So this is the Essential collection. This is released on Hippo Records. I don't really like the cover, especially the Essential collection. It kind of looks like one of those cheap CDs you would find at like Pathmark or the supermarket and stuff, but it's really not. A lot of songs on there, 24. And something I forgot to mention at the top of this video, we tragically lost Tina Turner today. Tina Turner, one of the greatest voices, female voices in rock and roll music. She died today at the age of 83. And kind of a coincidence because you'll see as I get into this and something else. I grabbed the deluxe edition of Break Every Rule. Again, for $2, why not? This is actually German pressing. 2-disc set. Second disc features B-sides, remixes, and a couple live tracks. Actually, only one live song, but there's more. This came out in '86 after the huge success of Private Dancer. I grabbed Bullet Boys, their third album, Zaza. This is produced by Ted Templeman. We all know who Ted Templeman is. His probably most famous album is Van Halen's debut he produced, among other Van Halen albums. So this came out in '93, so they kind of lost, not lost, they just didn't go as far into the hair metal sound as they did before. It's a little more hard rock and heavier. And then I got David Bowie, Let's Dance. I have like 2 copies of this. This is to replace my 1999 remaster. This is a 2019 remaster. So I got this. I like the spine. I kind of started gradually replacing my 99 remasters. And when I say I replace them, I basically just replace them in my main collection. I don't get rid of them. I put them aside, sometimes in a closet, different box, doubles, things like that, but I don't actually get rid of them. Next up, this caught my eye just because of the cover. It has a very Americana artwork to it. Frank Sinatra, Watertown. So I pulled it up on my phone, and this is actually a newer release, 2022. So I pulled it up on my phone, and it's actually a I don't want to say rock opera. You know what I'm saying. A story of a guy growing up in Watertown, New York, and it has kind of a Southern Americana sound to it, and I liked it, and I just really liked the artwork. So I was like, definitely, I'm picking this up. Next up, Don't Believe I Own Anything by Sonny Rollins. I do now. Saxophone Colossus. Again, I'm sorry, this glare is really bad. Next up, Black Metal, Dimmu Borgir. I always say that wrong. I just stick to Dimmu Borgir. Dimmu Borgir. I can't really show this on YouTube. This is Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropy. Can't even see it really. It's a cover I can't show on YouTube. I'll get banned. Next up, so I've been on a huge Beach Boys kick as of lately, especially with the warmer weather coming here and the summer coming. I've been running through every single Beach Boys albums that I own. I own every one, but like maybe two of the twofers. Besides that, I have everything. This is actually included in their discography under Studio Collections. This is Stars and Stripes Volume 1. It's actually a Beach Boys duet album with all country artists. As you can see, Lori Morgan, Sawyer Brown, Toby Keith, Ricky Van Shelton, Willie Nelson, and actually Timothy B. Schmidt from the Eagles, and Poco is actually on this also. So I didn't have that one. I'm glad to find it. This was cool, I found. This was actually still sealed when I grabbed it. Again, $2. Jimi Hendrix Experience Fire. These contains Fire, Touch You, and Cat Talking to Me. 3 unreleased studio songs that were included on the West Side Seattle Boy box set. So this is pretty cool to have. I know it's not super rare, but definitely not something you see all the time. So cool to have that one. Next up, I don't obviously agree with his politics, and he's a great artist. Love his music. Kind of just wish he would just, I guess at his age, who cares anymore? He's a legend. Neil Young, Living with War. I've actually had this before, and I checked my Discogs, and it's not on there, so I either still have it, or I didn't catalog it in my Discogs or whatever, but I grabbed it just in case. I remember a friend of mine in the early to mid 2000s, we would buy CDs because we would hang out so much, and we would share them and just kind of keep them in, like, at his house that we always partied at and hung out with. So I feel like it could still be there. Or it might have been his that he had there. I might have bought it. That's another option of why I probably don't have it anymore. And I grabbed Linkin Park Live in Texas. Not a big Linkin Park fan. This does have a DVD and a CD set, so I figured, why not? For $2, I'll grab it. I'll throw the DVD on once in a while, so check it out. I do like Hybrid Theory when it came out. One of the greatest new metal albums. Got like a couple songs off. Was it Meteora? After that, I don't take them or leave them. Next, Diana Ross Supremes, the Ultimate Collection. 25 tracks on here, so this definitely is the Ultimate Collection. I have a couple of the Supremes, like Greatest Hits and stuff like that, but this is definitely the definitive collection of all theirs. And their studio albums are so tough to find on CD, like extremely rare to find. So that's why I have to stick with these Greatest Hits on some of these Motown artists. Next up, this was, again, a coincidence. This is Proud Mary, the best of Ike and Tina Turner. Again, I used to own this. It's not saying I have it in my Discog, so maybe I don't have it anymore. This, in my opinion, is the definitive version of the Ike and Tina Turner catalog. 23 tracks on here, just great stuff. And it's just shocking that I listened to that album all day yesterday, and I was going to throw the other Tina Turner CD that I showed on earlier, and then the news came out that she passed away today. So it was just very, odd that happened. Next, I got some more Marshall Tucker Band. This is Together Forever. I have this on vinyl. Now I have the remastered CD. I know some of this Marshall Tucker stuff is kind of tough to get on the remastered version of it. I believe they are 2004 remasters. Long Hard Rides, the other one I grabbed. Look at the artwork. It's really cool. I'm just going to take this out to show you. I just love that artwork. Really cool stuff. I have like a soft spot for like old Western art. This was cool. This is the Beatles tapes, the David Weig interviews. 2 discs. Each disc is split between interviews with 2 of the members. First disc is John and then Paul. Second disc, George and Ringo. In addition to their interviews, there's some instrumentals. Like with John, there's a Give Peace a Chance, Imagine, and Come Together instrumental. With Paul, you got Because, Yesterday, and Hey Jude instrumental. George has Here Comes the Sun, Something. Ringo has Octopus's Garden and Yellow Submarine. Just a plain black cover. Double disc though. You know, being that Beatles are probably my favorite band, I definitely had to own that. This, I remember when it came out, I never picked it up. Nick Drake Family Tree. It's basically a bunch of demos and stuff that he recorded before he came out with his debut, Five Leaves Left. A couple cover songs on here. And there's actually some stuff that his family members play on also. So this is kind of cool to get. And this I was excited to find, especially at the price. This is the 2001 remaster of the Beach Boys' debut album, Surfin' Safari Twofer with Surfin' USA. And the reason I was so excited is because for years I had this one. It's the BMG Club version of the 1990 remaster Twofer. It's basically the same exact albums, same bonus tracks, everything, just remastered. So I was excited to get this. I don't know, I'm weird. It just, look at this difference in the spine. So the bottom one is this remaster, which kind of will blend in with everything else I have here. So excited to have that one. Next up, we got Lynyrd Skynyrd, one of the few Skynyrd CDs I don't have. This is live in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is only like 45 minutes away, so I think I'd have this. Features some guest stars on there. Bo Bice, I believe, was from American Idol. Hank Williams Jr., Three Doors Down, also on here. It's basically all their regular hits that you get, Obviously, Sweet Home Ballad, Freebird, all that stuff that we don't need to ever hear again. Allergies are getting me today. Next up, the Madcap Laughs, Syd Barrett. We all know who Syd Barrett is, of Pink Floyd fame. Unfortunately, the glare in this room is terrible, and you can't really see everything. This is something I've wanted for a while. It was always pricey, so I never really went and grabbed it just because I have all their albums, but now I finally got it. The double disc Bad Company Anthology. A thick box there. Like I said, I have all these studio albums. It's everything from the debut up to Rough Diamonds. Didn't have the slipcover, but like I said, the double discs were actually $4. Single discs were $2. So for $4, what else could I ask for? This is cool too. This is actually pretty expensive going for it on Discogs, like over $30. This is I thought it was I believe it may be a bootleg. I'm not actually sure. Didn't research it that much, but it's Marilyn Manson. This is called Dark Adventures. So the first 10 tracks are demos from the let's see. So first, from the Spooky Kids demo and Portrait of American Family, because a lot of songs ended up on there. And then tracks 11 through 17 are live in Minneapolis from January 6, 1994. So it basically has a lot of the songs off Portrait of American Family, plus Sweet Dreams is on here. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm grabbing that for $2. Another one I haven't seen in a while, really. The Swing from INXS, one of their early albums. This features Original Sin, the first, pretty big hit. And obviously, they would go on from there to be huge stars. You could say what you want about U2. I do like U2. Basically up to Achtung Baby. After Achtung Baby, I'm not really a fan. There's nothing I really listen to. What is the one with Beautiful Day on it, Adam? All That You Can't Leave Behind, I think. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. That one's okay. A couple songs here and there I like later. But the reason I grabbed this is the remastered version from 2018. I'm sorry, 2008. So Under Blood Red Sky, really good live album. Expanded booklet in here with some liner notes, lyrics, everything else. I wound up grabbing all the U2 remasters I don't know if they did a Wide Awake American remaster. I meant to look that up. But I own everything up until Achtung Baby. I have the deluxe edition of Achtung Baby, so anything after Achtung Baby I don't own remastered. Because I don't think they remastered them yet. Except for All That You Can't Leave Behind. I did get that. Anyway. Another one I can't show. Blind Faith, but this is the deluxe edition. What's really cool about it is it didn't have that clear cover that went over it, but can't be picky, really. So we obviously know Blind Faith is one of the greatest supergroups of all time. The Clapton, Winwood, Ginger Baker, Rick Rich. Trying to find the track listings on here. So, yeah, you got the original 6 songs from the original album, and then you have 5 extra bonus tracks, one called Sleeping the Ground, electric version, Can't Find My Way Home. Then you have a 15-minute jam, acoustic jam. And then disc 2 is basically just 4 jams, like almost a full hour, divided into 4 different songs. Very long and good jam, slow jam number 1, change of address jam, slow jam number 2. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm excited to throw that on because, I mean, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, and Eric Clapton alone are just some of the greatest artists who have ever lived. And then again, another one super cheap. Jimi Hendrix, First Rays of the Rising Sun. I'm not a huge fan of this just because it's a compilation of the like post Hendrix early 70s compilations. Like Both Sides of the Sky, I believe, and the Rainbow Bridge album and everything. But anyway, I obviously own this, but this is the 2-disc with a DVD, which is the making of this album. So, and that's a really cool picture disc there. So I'm excited to, basically I bought this for the DVD. I'm excited to throw it on and watch the DVD and see how they put these unreleased songs together post Hendrix. So that would be pretty cool. All right, another one, the Ultimate Collection from Motown. This is Smokey Robinson, The Miracles. Again, Smokey Robinson's albums are very hard to find. Don't know why these Motown albums are so tough to find, the early stuff, like the Temptations. But I actually did find the Temptations really cheap. Temptations, The Miracles, The Four Tops, early Marvin Gaye, 60s Marvin Gaye, 60s Stevie Wonder, just kind of super like rare to find. I don't know why. 25 tracks, the Ultimate Collection. It's Smokey Robinson and The Miracles, and then some of I believe, no, it doesn't. I thought it had Smokey Robinson solo, but does not. And then we have 2 more. This is Made in the USA, another Beach Boys album. Like I said, I'm trying to fill in my holes with the Beach Boys. This is a greatest hits, but it also features 2 new tracks. One written by Mike Love called Rock and Roll to Rescue, and then a cover of the Mamas and the Papas, California Dreamin', 25 tracks in all. Excited to find that. And last but not least, I was super excited to find this, because for some reason this remaster is so tough to find. I've asked people to order it for me, they didn't get the right remaster, and when I saw it, like, my eyes popped out of my head. I was like, wow, I can't believe this is in this clearance bin. To Our Children's Children, The Moody Blues, released in 1969. They could have just named it To Our Great-Grandchildren, but To Our Children's Children. Cool, like, orangey tan album art there. It's like someone drawing on a cave with a stick. Really cool stuff. I'm excited to have this, because now this completes my 2008 Decca remasters of the Moody Blues catalog. This was the last one I needed. I held off until I found this remaster, so I'm really glad I found it, especially at that price. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching. Like I said at the top of the show, I want to thank everybody for the well wishes, asking me where I'm at, asking me to make more videos. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be making them as often as I did before, but I just wanted to make this one here. Thanks again, everyone. Hit that like button, subscribe to the video. I want to make more videos. I just don't have the time. There's a lot of things going on, so thank you again. See you next time.